This is the Honda Hornet 1000. It's not the SP.
Standard one. It's got 5 less horsepower.
Listen to that, people.
You won't need it. You're doing speed limit.
Oh my God. That's a beast of a bike, isn't it, people? I'm very lucky. You'll have let me have a go on it.
Yeah.
So go on, let's have a look at the dash. The modes around here somewhere, aren't there? There they are. See, rain mode. I love heart mode 1. I love heart mode 2. And a riding mode. So we're in standard. We're in sports.
At some point, put it in sport because it proper opens up.
And rain. User 1. User 2 for doing yourself. We're going to start off on standard. Thanks, Adam.
No problem.
Let's see what I'm like.
Right.
See if I can stay upright on this. So let's. What I'm interested in, because I've watched a few videos on people, and it's one of them. Do you buy the standard or do you buy the SP? Because there's an awful lot extra with the SP, isn't there? Now, talking to the dealer at Cox in Blackpool, and they said it's 50-50 with the amount that are being sold now, because a lot of people like the colours and they're not too bothered about all the other bits. But I was interested down at the bottom here. There's a bit of technical guru going on here. See the holes in the wheels? They've done that for added performance and lightness. Anyway, enough about the rubbish. Let's. Oh, what's it like to sit on? Flat-footed. Totally flat-footed, people. Both sides. I've got a stand, the kickstand. Let's just see. Right, the kickstand straight away. You can get to it. It's just a wee bit fidgety. You have to get your foot in there. Get it behind. But it's like these things. You just learn to do, people. You just learn to get over it. So they don't mean anything really once you're getting out on the bike. First gear. Let's go. First impressions. First impressions on it is my heart rate's going up. First gear, smooth. Really smooth. Which way shall we go? I think we're going to go. I think we'll go up towards Rivy Barn. That's what we'll do, because there'll be some nice little roads up there. Up Berry New Road, and there's Yules itself. Thank you so much to Yules. I really do, honestly, people, I really do appreciate that this company allows me to ride the bikes. And you know, on the be all and end all, if we've got the dosh and we buy them, you'll have so much fun on any bike. This is just, this is, I can, honestly, it's a long time since I've been on a proper sports 1000cc bike. The Ducati Street was the last beast of a bike that I went on, and I can just tell by sitting on this and feeling it. The clutches, it's just, I don't know what it is about Honda, and this is the thing about them. They're just easy to ride. They've got umps and umps of power, but there's just something about them. And you know, put it in there and let me know if you think I'm wrong. But I just think I've got on this, and if I was an A2 compliant rider who just passed me test and got on this just the way I've just rode it there, it'd be just like riding any other bike. You know, the fear factor comes in as you start winding on that power. That's when it really starts to clear the tear ducts in your eyes, isn't it? Traffic lights, they spoil everything, don't they? And this is Broughton. Is it Broughton? Higher Broughton, I think it is. Brentnall School used to be up here, night. One of the schools I used to service. Come on now, come on, my ride. Oh, it's buttery smooth. And look at it, you know, I'm in there now, 3rd gear, and I'm 4th gear, 5th gear. The change on it is buttery smooth. I don't think this has a quick shifter on this one. Let's just knock me hood down a bit. Really comfortable to sit on. The riding position is fabulous. Going back down the gears when you're going from 4th to 1st. And she's just warm now, she's just ticking over, so she's not fully warmed up. You know, there's loads of stuff that go on with bikes. When you first get it and you first get on it, you've got to let the oil warm up. You know, it's like us, I've said it on one of my other videos, it's got to warm up and then you start to get the feel of it. I tell you what, I like the position of it. I see a gap, people, I see a gap. And as you see, when you're in this game and you're riding bikes, you've got to keep your eyes open for cars like that coming out. Big Jewish community around this way, and I'm on a hill now. It's quite easy to handle. There's no, even though the weight of it, I mean, it's not particularly really heavy. I'll go into a few of the stats. I may break that up with a video in between, some photos. And I brought my 360 camera and left it in my bike. What a numpty I am. But saying that, do you need it? Is it just a gadget? Because let's face it, where are you looking at when you're sat on your motorbike? You're looking here now like I'm looking, aren't you? What's ahead of you? Traffic. Who believes in it? What's traffic? Oh. Just absolutely. It's just, oh, that's 4th gear. It's just, comparing to the power of the Ducati Street, no, it's not as powerful, but it's just a much. I'm not being, I'm not being horrible to Ducati. This is just a much easier and more refreshing bike to ride. And you know, that Ducati Street Fighter, like I said, that belonged on the track, and undoubtedly this one is the SP will be the same. Another 5 brake horsepower. I think this is 150 brake horsepower, isn't it? About 207 Newton meters of torque, whatever it may be. I honestly don't go into it, because when you when you talk about brake horsepower and you talk about power, you can have a bike that's got more brake horsepower, but it's not as quick off the mark, or it's not as nice at top end, or it may not even be as fast as something with less brake horsepower. It's weird. I think it's just a thing that in the industry, it's like a fashion accessory. We know it's got it. We know this bike has got more than enough power. In fact, it's got more power than we will ever use on the road. That's the truth of it. Even this standard one, £1,000 cheaper than the SP. I'm absolutely, even in traffic, honestly, people, even in traffic, it's going through my mind now what I think of it. And this is what I do on all the bikes that I get on. It goes through my mind and thinking, is there anything I don't really like about it? Is there things that the first few minutes on it, on riding, my position, my legs again, let's put that down, my legs are really comfortable. I should let that bus out. I tell you what, put my camera back up there. Let's just tell you what, no car's going to beat you off the mark on this. I think it's sad to say. The mighty NC, isn't it? The mighty NC is being relegated. I'm sorry, people. You know, I tell you how quick that NC is off the mark when you go from scratch. I just can feel on this. If you could keep that front wheel down on this, you're just going to be sucking in that pure oxygen as that throttle goes backwards and you propel forward. So now, after all, I mean, that's, you know, that's in traffic. What's it like? Fabulous. You wouldn't have any issues at all with riding this bike in traffic, none at all. So we're going to dive it up onto the motorway. And we'll give it a spin up there. As I say, I can only see the only thing that would, like all nakeds, when you got on motorways, if you're doing lots and lots of mileage on them, if you're crunching your mileage right the way up to Scotland on the motorway, you're going to have a bit of fresh air in your thingy. No, that's enough. That is enough. Oh my lord. The bike is just bloody awesome. This ain't got the SP exhaust on it with a valve in it, but when you lift that revs up, it's not even got above 6,000 revs there. We're in 6, we're at 4,000 revs, very buzzy, but 6 gear now. Indicators easy to get to. Just the power on it, just to actually, absolutely untrue. Oh, it's got a lovely noise. The little flasher on it, I do like the flasher on it there. That is so easy to use. I'm actually quite surprised, 67 mile an hour now, which is, you know, take 10% plus 3 off that, we're doing 60 mile an hour. But it is, you know, I've got wind around my chest, and it's windy out here today. I don't even need to take it out of 6th gear. This, I'll tell you what this bike needs, cruise control. Because I think you could quite easily, the seat is so comfy on it. Now we want to get over to the left. Now I don't get this, I can just slow down and drop in behind him. I don't get drivers. So that van is now trying to overtake that van, and it's run out of power and it's going uphill. Oh, where do we stop? Where do we start? Now we're going over, we're going to go up, I think we'll go up towards River Barn. What's it like? Oh, it's like being Tron on a motorcycle. If you've ever seen that film Tron where it goes, zips up the lines and then it just moves across. This is what this Hornet is. It's just, oh. Is there anyone out there that can buy me one? I'll be your friend forever. Oh, I'm just, I don't even need to go, do you know something? I don't even need to go down to 5th. So in a nice bend, what's it like on the sweeping bends? Oh, amazing. It grips the road. It's like the road's made of Teflon. It's just, I can't believe how smooth this bike is. This is smooth. Now I had a CB1000 and I've got to be honest, this is smoother than that. And that CB1000 had nowhere near it. I mean, it was powerful, but it didn't have anything like this is just absolutely
Honestly, and this is coming from the heart, don't listen to me, come and ride it. That's all I've got to say to you. Come and ride it, because I think you've got this bike, you'd buy it. I want to buy it now, I just can't afford to, and I've only been on it 10 minutes, stuck in traffic and on a bit of motorways. I should have gone that way actually. I should have gone looking at the mirrors on it, quite easy. I mean, I'm just, you know, you're doing speeds on it without, I'm not even trying people at 4,000 revs, and you touch it, you just touch it a minor bit like that, and you're going into double figures all the time. It's just, you know, a 12,000 red line on it, I'm never ever going to get near that. Even if I owned it, I'm not going to get near that unless I'm on a track. The road, it glides over them. And do you know something? The faster you go on it, the smoother it becomes, and it's a weird feeling with it. You don't seem to the wind don't seem to bother you at all. Like I say, today it's a beautiful day, but it's windy out there, it's cold, and I don't feel that bad at all. Don't feel that bad at all on it. Love it. Can't beat Bolton when you come out these where you look at their mills. I think the weight of the bike, the 1000cc on it, absolutely helps the feeling of plantedness on it. I mean, I love the 750 Hornet. I, in fairness, loved the 600 Hornet, the last of the 600 Hornets. And the last of the 600 Hornets, just like this, an inline 4. But this inline 4, it's got pickup all through the range. The pickup on it is just immense. Look at that. Not even trying. Not even trying. If you were to look at that again, the only way I can explain that, looking at me holding that accelerator on a clock face, when I'm turning it now, I'm turning 2 dials. So I'm turning it from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and it's going. But it's going in a manner that is, it's subtle, that you can feel. It's a weird thing, you can feel the power there. That's going down the gears without a quick shifter. Missed the clutch there. Clutch dead smooth, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, definitely should have gone the other way. Still the scooter there. Let's watch that car. Let's do what it does. This is what motorbikes are for. Thank you, mate. I haven't got long on the bike. I've only got about an hour and a bit. So I'd love to have it overnight and get it out in the dark. I think that'd be good, getting out in the dark lanes. Imagine riding this down Workington, the 595 at night with them roads. Oh, you'd be losing on your nerves there if you're pulling back the throttle on it, that's for certain. Or even if you had the bottle, would you ride the hard nut at night? Do you know, I've never done that. That may be one of my challenges that I do. I may actually go and do the hard nut at night. Then you can see how terrifying it really is. Sat forward a little bit on it. I think if I owned it, I would definitely put a little bit of bar risers to bring it back a little bit for me. I think the difference with this is, you know, if you're really into that, the speed triple type of position, you could put straight bars on this. I think if you put straight bars on this, you change it again, it would, I don't know what it'd become. it'd just be something that you'd have to put a gum shield in when you ride it, wouldn't it? And it's like I'm just trying to watch the speed as well. Seat is comfortable. You can move back. You can move back and forward quite a bit on the seat as well, considering it's such a small amount. Such a small seat. Would you class it as a bike for carrying someone, even though it could? I don't think I would. I think I'd put Cowlin on the back of that seat. Be out with the lads, wouldn't it? Whizzing it down the lanes. Being sensible with your wheelies. Because this bike will easily do wheelies. And that's the other thing, people. We're in standard mode. I'm not even in sports mode yet. In fact, should we stick it in sports mode on this little bit of traffic actually, and see? Should we just get past it? I'll tell you what, it's fabulous. This for commuting, I'd love this for commuting. We go, nice little Kawasaki there. We're in sports. Oh, you see that sports? That big orange sport. And it's great now. It's like, at least now, the days are getting lighter, aren't they? Oh, it's a different beast. It's a different beast altogether. If you've been riding, honestly people, if you've been riding bikes as long as me and you get on a bike and you... The only way I can explain this is like... Oh, you could, the brakes on it, oh, just untrue. You just know, the difference. You can feel that difference in power coming from it. You'll never use it. Yeah, I think we'll go this way. I'm gonna nip up this way because I want to go down. It's amazing. This is the other good thing about riding bikes, people. Because you end up going to all different places around the country, and you remember roads that you go to, and some of them you just remember little roads that you can flirt down, and that's what brings the fun into riding. To be honest, is where you ride, not just the bike you ride, but where you ride and where you're riding it. That exhaust it's a bit beefy, though, isn't it, on there? And you're going to have that absolutely Honda reliability. And I still do think, in all the bikes that I ride, even though you've got the Chinese bikes coming in, and a lot of them are very, very good, it's just this pure thoroughbred of reliability and sound engineering that Honda have. I'll tell you what, all the roads now, that doesn't matter where you go now, does it? In towns, they're just absolutely horrendous. And this is why I love riding bikes. It's just makes life so much easier. Look at the balance of it. It's so flickable, this bike. It's just untrue. Brakes on it, so easy to use. Don't matter what gear you're in. It's got pull in every gear. Roundabouts. You could get your leg down on this easy. It just absolutely. And a lot of you who live up this way, you'll know where I am. Up to the smithy and I'll turn right. And an absolute fabulous road. Honestly, people, not even trying with it. The views up here are spectacular. You get over the top, look at the whole, there we go, all of Manchester, looking over there. Nice little pub, place I used to come on a regular basis. Don't do it anymore. Don't really drink as much. The Bob Smithy. But now what makes this fabulous? Walker Fold. This bike just has power right across the board. Absolutely fabulous. We're Lodge Lane now. I want to go down this. This is where we go. And that's how good the brakes are on this. Wow. Now, you know, with me, I like a bit of speed like that. I like to have a little play. But then, this is what I like the most. Getting down the little back lanes like these. Just like the little GB350, just like the MC750. This bike now is just 4th gear, and it just sweetly does them. So this is like down your little lanes, and it does it for fun. Because the truth of the matter is, biking's not just all about how fast you can go. It's about thoroughly enjoying the ride. Just, and we'll go to the top and we'll spin it round. I do love this bit of road. It's just sad that you have sad individuals that do this, but saying that, they probably wanted to sit down, don't they, with their feet up, you know. Let's just have a... We've walked round her, but let's walk round her again. Let's look at that beast of a bike. And you know, you're on your bike, and you're out in Sunderland, you're out in Blackpool, you're out in Scotland, Wales, Ireland, and that's how good these bikes are. They take you there, they give you these views, they give you this feeling that it's very, very hard to get, and it's buttery smooth, so well built. And undoubtedly, I was watching, I think it's the SC group that bought one of these, the SP from Mules, and they're gonna tune it. Interesting to see what their video will be like with that fully tuned up with a different exhaust on it. But for the likes of you and me, people who ride every day and are just going out to enjoy our ride, and we have a little blast now and again, it raises our heartbeat a little bit, you know, it gets very, very hard to beat. That gets very, very hard to beat, and it's absolutely a stunning looking bike. Now, there's loads of people that go on about this back fin at the back. They don't like it. Do you know something? I think that actually suits it. I know people like tail tiders, but that like shark fin, swordfish sort of look at the back, isn't it? Love it. Now, what's she going to be like? I want to turn around. What's she going to be like to turn around? So the bike come in. Let's just turn around.
very little to hold on to turn it round, but really not hard to turn round. Really easy. And this is 1000cc, that's uphill. I've had a heart attack, no problem at all. Easy, absolutely easy to manoeuvre. So you can imagine it in your shed, in your garage, in your man cave, no problem at all. I'm absolutely
loving it. I've got to say, I'm absolutely... The thing is, you get on bikes and they get better and better.
They do just get better and better, but this 1000cc superclass bike, absolutely. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything to touch the price on this. This build quality, this smoothness. I haven't been on a bike for a long time that's as smooth as this. And that's it, there's something about inline fours that are just absolutely untrue. And I know I keep saying absolutely, but I'm blown away by it. And I'm not just saying it, I truthfully mean it. And I say it all the time, if you watch my videos, the only person that will really know how much you love this bike is you yourself when you get on it. But I bet you a pint when you got on it, you'd want to buy it. Get your coffee. It's just even, like I can see now down the lanes, just down little A roads like this that are just B roads that are just absolutely fabulous to ride on.
Oh, I love the noise of that at the front of it. You can hear it from the headers. That exhaust is singing to you. And I've got to honestly say, I'd probably just have this bike in sports mode all the time, because there's a difference, but it's just... It's just so easy to go. The response on the throttle is amazing. The engine braking is good. The handling is excellent. Watch that dip. And look at that, people, you just go. More than enough for me. That is more than enough for me. You know, in my Teletubby suit, I'll be like a kite if I go any faster. I'll be floating away into the air. And do you know something? I don't need to. Just the feeling on it. Oh. Right, it's a negative. I can't find a negative. I honestly cannot find. It's comfortable. I've been in it half an hour now, 40 minutes, around about that. You know, we're going over bumpy roads. I'm comfy. It's swallowing them. And you look at the seat and you think, oh, that seat's going to be really hard. But it's not. It's actually comfy. Goes down the gears really well. Goes around the bends really well. There's just nothing it doesn't do right. Nothing it does wrong, sorry, not right. It does everything right and nothing wrong. Bit of blue diesel in the road there, don't like that stuff at all. Oh my lord. The
the brakes on it are just immense, people. Absolutely. You know, I don't know what the SP brakes are like, but these are just these are going to stop you, right? It'll force your Adam's apple down your throat, and then when you pull them on hard, it'll come back up again. You regurgitate it. It's just untrue. I just love it. Oh. It's just a pure, honestly it is, it's just a pure enjoyment of just absolutely adorable. And the thing about it is, it's like this bike's just going to feel as good in the twisties. The faster you ride it, the lighter it feels. Now, Rivy Barn. Let's go up towards Rivy. I don't really go here anymore with the bikes. I know people say it comes on a Sunday, but it used to be an absolutely I don't want to meet one of them too soon. But this is where you just, the twisties and the little roads like this bike loves. I've never actually ridden a bike that's so smooth, to be quite honest with you. And just like I say, the power on it is just, and I'm not absolutely hammering it for the simple reason it's new. If it was my own, I'd probably play a bit harder, but it's certainly a bike. Ooh. It will get your blood going, this will. Absolutely. It just points and clicks. This bike, people, just points and clicks. You'd have to be extremely careful on it. And I would say to anyone that got on a bike like this, you could ride it straight off your licence, but if you were going to, go and learn on a track. Go and learn how to handle a bike. It's too easy to watch people going around bends quick who's been doing it a long time and thinking that you can get out on it and do it straight yourself. You know, biking is for life, and if you learn it really well, you'll get the option to ride that bike for life. I'm absolutely inspired by this thing, as I say. The brakes on it are just back and front are absolutely amazing. I don't know whether you can hear that, people, but with my hearing, I tell you what, it's just astounding. Touch on the back brake, down 2 gears, off the brake, just gently off the revs. Not, like I say, not even touching this, and I'm sorry, the indicator's probably been on for about 10 hours. My focus is on the road. I just love it, absolutely love it. Oh. The mighty NC wouldn't even come close to this in the bends, and I love my NC. Still, would it get me off the NC? Honestly, no. Because yes, if I was 40, without doubt. But this, I'd be in a box. I'd honestly be in a box. I'd be in a box within 6 months on this. I would just be. Just because you'd go out and your adrenaline is. I mean, my adrenaline is probably at the most it's ever been. You know, a little bit of playing on it, a little bit cut out on it that I played a little bit harder. But I'll tell you what, you have to focus. You have to focus when you ride it. No ifs or buts about it. Standing up? No, not really for standing up people, this bike. Not unless you want to start looking at the front headlight. But again, really comfortable and really easy to just one-handed riding on it. It's just even no-handed riding on it is just look how balanced that is. Slow down past these. Oh, bloody hell. I can only say thank you so much, Fuels. Do you know, you think in your life, without these motorcycle companies, imagine if they didn't exist. Imagine how miserable we'd be. I'd be miserable. I probably would have anxiety and mental health problems if they weren't here. Calf Cottage up there, he goes. And I think we'll have a little ride up to a place I always come up here, to be honest. Lovely little calf on the tops. I don't know how much longer is left on the camera, people, but I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched so far. Do you know, this is where this bike lives, in these lanes. But for exercise, now for actually winding that throttle on and playing in them, love it, absolutely love it. And some of these roads are slippy, people. There's dirt on them. This is the thing, as you go along, you do have to watch.
You do have to watch when you're riding these roads what the condition on the road is like. And like I say, these roads, they're bumpy, these roads. They're not
not smooth, and this bike just is going over them for the fun of it. And I wonder where them, I know there's a quarry down here, isn't there? I wonder where they go to there. I must find that road.
people. Well, my time's running out on it now. We're heading back. And I haven't got round all the bits and pieces. There's loads of videos out there, but a riding experience on this bike, people, stands out from many, many bikes I've ridden. There's one thing about it for me, the way it's something like Barbie on the outside and Thanos on the underneath. If you don't show this bike respect, you get on it, you think you can ride it, it's nice and smooth, and then that beastly engine comes alive. And I've not even got this bike over 8,000 people, and I tell you now, it started to terrify me. But it also, in the same respects, just thought how amazing this bike is, how agile it is. Like now, if you're using it to go into work or you're just up and down a motorway like this is just absolutely astounding. You go watch these now. These are probably, we've got average speed cameras here now. We've got them everywhere, haven't they? On bends, we've got one in. No, getting back to it, it's just an awesome, awesome bike. I've enjoyed every second on this bike, people. I really have enjoyed it. It's been comfortable, it's been quick, it's been smooth, it's been agile. The brakes, they're as good as anything out there, the brakes on this bike. Absolutely as good as anything you'll get on. Filtering with it, if you want to filter with it in traffic. As good as my NC, it'll do it easily. This is in sports mode, and you can quite easily control it. There's no, you know, it's got immense power to be used, but you can use it easy. It's seamless. If you want to wheelie it, you can wheelie it. If you don't, if you want to just ride it sensibly, you can do that. I could only say to people, if you watch it and you go out and ride it, let me know when you buy it and send me some photos, because there's zero to dislike about this bike. Honda have just absolutely nailed this bike, and this will probably be one of the best bikes in 2025, I think. You know, everyone knows me about my Mighty NC, but I think people will just buy this in the droves and they will absolutely adore it. It's a beautiful looking bike. I honestly cannot find anything. I can't find anything at all. There isn't a single thing on this bike that I could say, well, that you shouldn't have that, or you shouldn't have this. You could say a centre stand, but would you put a centre stand on it? It ticks over. I've not even been through all the menus. The build quality of it is astounding. Whatever road I've been on this bike today, people, it has ridden it exceptionally well. And I mean exceptionally. And at that, it's been lovely to have you ride along with me. Thank you again. I said it at the beginning. Thank you so much to Yules of Manchester. And they've got a Blackburn branch. And they've got a Triumph branch. And they do Suzuki. And they do Piaggio. I know I just, you know, somewhere, yeah, I am promoting them because it's very kind of them to let me do this. And for many people, you know, it still takes them time to prep these bikes for us to use. And like I say to everyone, if I had the money to go in there and buy every bike, probably in most dealers I would. But this, up to now, stands out. It's something that has got everything, you know, a pure thoroughbred road bike. You'll love it. At that, Bertrand Biker, ride safe, be kind to others. Good luck, they will be kind to you. So we'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra. A full tank of go-go juice for the next person. So I've had £5.70's worth of fun. 2 hours, over 2 hours of fun, right, for £5.70. You tell me where you can go and get that. You can't even get a burger for that. Hi Tone, fucking, I've still got my own eyeballs. Fucking hell.
That bike is just... Oh, it's untrue. Brad. Fucking hell. I tell you what, it's just went up with your barn. I'll have to cut out a little bit of it. Fucking hell. My arse was hanging out the back of that saddle. Couldn't believe it. How good? Absolutely good. What fault? I could only find one fault on it. What was yours? Did you find any?
The only thing that I wanted was a quick shift on it. That's the only thing I found.
No, that's funny because the clutch. Yeah, the clutch got a bit hard right towards the end now. But when you're working it like that around them bends, absolutely bloody brilliant. You can absolutely.